Most of the people that CIA hires are operators.
Got it.
Very, very few are support, because one support person can basically create enough targets for 10 or 15 operators, right? So, and you'll hear me say it. If you haven't heard me say it before, then I've been remiss not to mention it. But my wife was a superstar at CIA. Very well regarded, very well respected, very successful in her career field.
What made her great?
She was able to take disparate information, incomplete information, and turn it into a meaningful targeting package with a target that actually had real impact and real asset value. So she was able to do those for multiple people. I was just one of the beneficiaries.
Can you explain like a broad example of like how that would go down? So your wife gets, I'll help you with the beginning. Your wife gets information from Langley or something that says you're in country X. Let me just put a name on the country. You're in Russia. All right. You're undercover. We need to get to this general in their military. Go. Is her skill then finding everything on him before the operator goes to make a full profile? Or what can you define what it is she does that makes her that targeter genius?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's the example that you gave. There's actually there's kind of two approaches to the same thing. So you were saying there's a general in Russia that they want to get access to. Go. That's not, yes, that is a type of tasking that a targeter can get. And when a targeter gets a tasking like that, they'll go through their own classified training systems to know how to essentially reverse engineer that general's life, right? Because that general, if you think about it, is a human being. And what do we know about human beings? A lot of times they're married. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they have kids. They've got grocery stores, gyms, drivers. They've got vehicles, cell phones, computers. There's shows they like to watch. They live in an address. There's all sorts of stuff. You can immediately start to research these different elements of any one person, whether they're a Russian general or whether they're, the guy next door. So a good targeter knows how to break that information out and then independently research each of those different arms, those tentacles, and then look for ways to cross-reference so that our case officer can meet that general at a gym, at the general's gym, even better, because that fits the general's normal pattern of life. But the second way to do it is that you can break down that general's entire life and then start to break down the people whose lives intersect with that general's lives, right? So now the general has a child that goes to a school, and that child is best friends with Gus. And Gus has a mom and dad who do this other thing. So let's get a case officer to talk to Gus's mom and dad.
So your wife was good at finding
those kind of connections.
Got it.
But where she really got to be super powerful, the reason that she had the reputation she had was because Langley would tell her, we need you to find this general. Well, she would find a way to approach that general, but then she would also find 3 or 4 other people who had the same kind of access that general had, and possibly an easier way to get to them.
And she's never the person going out and doing it. She's just planning it.
Because she, very different than me, she's an introvert, right? She doesn't like to be in front of people. She likes to be in a small, confined cubicle, working for long hours, being left alone until she has her eureka moment, and she's like, I found it, right? The missing link that connects this whole thing together. For me, I would fall asleep. You put me in a cubicle that's warm and cozy, and you tell me, come back when you have a eureka moment, like, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm not going to have a eureka moment. I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah, you need action.
Yeah, I need to be doing something. Exactly right. She's the person who finds something to do.